in an age where almost nothing stays hidden. With a few taps on your phone, you can unlock answers to nearly anything, from ancient history to what your neighbor had for lunch. But what if I told you there are still moments in this world that leave even science completely speechless? Yep. In today's video, we're diving into some of the most mysterious, spine-chilling, and downright unexplainable clips ever caught on camera. And let me warn you, the deeper we go, the stranger it gets. So grab your curiosity, maybe keep the lights on, and let's begin the countdown. Imagine this. You're walking alone through a quiet hallway. It's late, empty, nothing seems out of the ordinary, until suddenly, something invisible grabs your leg and starts dragging you. No, this isn't a horror movie. This is real surveillance footage. The man didn't trip. He didn't stumble. A shadowy figure literally materialized behind him, yanked him to the ground, and began pulling him across the floor. And the scariest part? There was nothing behind that shadow. No person, no wires, no explanation. Just darkness with a grip. Luckily, he managed to break free and run. But where was that shadow taking him? And what if he hadn't gotten away? Whatever it wasn't human, and it definitely wasn't friendly. It started like any normal moment. A man pulling into a parking garage, just another ordinary day. He parks his car, steps out casually, and that's when things get weird. Right next to his vehicle, a glowing circle of light appears on the ground, almost like something out of a science fiction movie. The man walks straight into it and vanishes. No smoke, no flash, no sound, just gone. And then the glowing circle disappears too, like it was never there. There's no trick of the light, no editing glitch, just pure mystery. Did we just witness real-life teleportation, or did something else take him? You decide. A man was casually filming his pet birds. Nothing unusual, just another day in his living room aviary. They were flying around, chirping, full of energy, until everything stopped. And I mean everything. Every single bird froze mid-motion, like someone had slammed the pause button on reality. They didn't move, didn't blink, didn't make a sound. It was like time itself, glitched. Eventually one bird shook it off and moved, but the others stayed frozen like statues. What happened in that moment? A glitch in the matrix? A shift in energy? No one knows. And honestly, that's the scariest part. In June 2024, a bizarre video hit the internet, and it's been messing with people's minds ever since. It shows a man casually walking toward a locked steel gate, but instead of stopping, he walks straight through it. No key, no push, no hesitation, just passes through solid metal like it was air. Even crazier, an elderly woman nearby saw the whole thing and immediately tried it herself, but nothing happened. The gate didn't budge. So, who was that man? A glitch in reality? A ghost? Or something else entirely? To this day, no one has an answer, and maybe that's what makes it so unsettling. One night, a driver was cruising down a quiet road, nothing unusual, until he slammed the brakes out of pure shock. Right in front of his car was a massive tree branch, but it wasn't lying on the road. It was floating in midair. No wind, no wires, no tricks. Just suspended like an invisible hand was holding it. The driver stared for a moment, completely stunned, then did what any sane person would do. Threw it in reverse and got the heck out of there. And honestly, same. At first, it looked like a normal day at the airport. A man stood in line at security, suitcase in hand, just waiting his turn. But then, he vanished. Not slowly, not dramatically. 1 second he was there, the next, gone. His suitcase stayed behind, but he didn't. The woman behind him saw the whole thing and let out a terrified scream. And it didn't stop there. In another video, a woman walking through the terminal suddenly dropped her bag and disappeared on the spot. No flash of light, no portal, just poof, like she'd never existed. It's the kind of thing you'd expect from a Doctor Strange movie, but this wasn't fiction. This was caught on camera. Superheroes aren't supposed to exist in real life, right? Then how do you explain this? A man captured on camera, flying through the air, no wires, no drone, no jetpack. Just a human, soaring like Superman. There were no movie crews, no green screens, and no visible tech making it happen. It wasn't a magic trick. It wasn't a Marvel set. Some people call it CGI, but others, including those who saw it with their own eyes, say it was real. So here's the question. Did someone finally unlock a hidden human ability, or did we just witness the most mind-blowing hoax of the decade? You decide, drop your theory in the comments. A few friends were hanging out at a quiet railway station when they noticed something off. A man was standing alone on the platform carrying 3 bags. Everything seemed normal, except one disturbing detail. He had no head. At first, they thought he might just be looking down, but as they moved closer, they realized there was nothing above his shoulders, just a body, standing still, waiting for a train. They recorded the moment, but none of them could sleep that night. And honestly, can you blame them? So was this a real encounter with something otherworldly, or just a twisted illusion? Let me know what you think in the comments, because this wasn't just creepy, it was haunting. 1 sun, that's normal. 2, strange but maybe explainable. 3, that shouldn't even be possible. But that's exactly what a tourist in Kazakhstan recorded. 3 blazing suns rising together in the sky, side by side. No tricks, no edits. Some say it was a lens flare. Others think it was a rare light phenomenon, but a few believe it was something not from this world. To this day, no scientist has given a solid answer, but the footage, it's out there and it's real. So, what do you think? It was late at night. A man was walking alone across a quiet bridge when something ahead caught his eye. At first glance, it looked like a person, but as he stepped closer, his heart nearly stopped. This thing had legs, human legs, but there was no torso, no arms, no head, just a lower body walking on its own. No puppets, no costume, just pure nightmare fuel. The man bolted in the opposite direction, and honestly, can you blame him? Yes, you heard that right. In the middle of a busy city street, people froze in shock and as live chickens started falling from the sky. No plane overhead, no truck in sight, just chickens raining down like feathery hail. Even stranger, they weren't injured. They hit the ground, got up, and casually started walking around like it was totally normal. No one knows where they came from. No one knows how they survived the fall. And science? Still scratching its head. Honestly, this wasn't just weird, it was poultry-level paranormal. And finally, one of the most mind-blowing moments ever recorded at sea. A fisherman off the coast of Florida was casually sailing through open waters when he spotted something that made his heart skip a beat. A man walking on water, no boat, no paddleboard, no visible support, just a human being calmly strolling across the ocean like it was solid ground. He wasn't drowning, he wasn't panicking, he was just walking. Skeptics say it's CGI, but others, they believe it might just be the closest thing we've ever seen to a real-life miracle. So what do you think? Trick of the camera, or proof that some mysteries still walk among us? Think this was crazy? In North Korea, people get punished for giving the wrong haircut, and rice is counted grain by grain before cooking. Tap the video on your screen to see the deadliest jobs you've never heard of, where one small mistake could cost your life. Click now before Kim finds out. Stay safe.